I'm Sutton Foster, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly guide to everything happening on the Great White Way. Or as we like to think of it, a safe place for you to cry and throw things because your favorite actor didn't get a Tony nom. What the f***? We're here for you. Let's get started with the news. What's the buzz, Imogen?
Jonathan Groff and Lucy Liu revealed the nominations for the 2014 Tony Awards, with Tony host Hugh Jackman also popping up at the announcement to remind theatre fans to watch the telecast live on CBS on June the 8th. New musical A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder led the pack with 10 nominations, with the revival of Hedwig and the Angry Inch trailing closely behind with 8. The new musicals After Midnight and Beautiful the Carole King musical each received 7 nods, as did the revivals of The Glass Menagerie and Twelfth Night. As for new plays this season, Act 1 garnered the most nominations with 5. Congrats to all the nominees. Let the campaigning begin.
Forget the Tonys, the most important awards of the year are coming up and you are in charge of nominations. Yes, it's time again for the Broadway.com Audience Choice Awards, the only major theater award nominated and chosen by fans. Get in your nominations by Sunday, May 4th, and then come back the next day to vote for the winners. Break a leg, everyone.
Cabaret is back at Studio 54 with Oscar nominee Michelle Williams now taking on the role of Sally Bowles. Even better is the fact that Alan Cumming is painting his nipples again to play the MC, a role that allows him to rub up against the sexy boys and girls of the Kit Kat Club. On opening night, we asked Cumming about this bonus perk of his job.
When we first started rehearsals, I remember thinking, these 20-somethings have no idea this dirty old man is going to be fondling their genitals.
It seems that Broadway's current obsession with Moss Hart, now represented in the Lincoln Center production of his memoir Act 1, is going to continue just a little bit longer. Tony winner James Earl Jones will return to the main stem this fall in a revival of Hart and George S. Kaufman's You Can't Take It With You. Directed by Scott Ellis, the Pulitzer Prize-winning drama is set to begin previews this August.
Hi, I'm Judith Light. You're watching the Broadway.com show.
Neil Patrick Harris is putting on some makeup and a wig or two as he plays the title role in Hedwig and the Angry Inch. I was at the gritty rock musical's opening at the Belasco Theatre this week and asked the stars on the red carpet to describe the best wig they've ever worn.
Oh, Sister Act for sure. Definitely. My finale wig in Sister Act. That's the best wig I've ever worn.
I think I bought like a really bad Ricky's wig for a party. Just like a blue bob, just ratty looking, really cheap synthetic, but I rocked it that night.
There was this hilarious, weird wig I wore in the workshop that was just a ginormous bouffant covered in sparkles that looked like someone's 1960s sparkly nightmare.
Wigs, all wigs are fun. We're all God in drag. We all play dress up, and so it doesn't matter what wig you are. Yeah, as a kid, we used to put a towel on our head and pretend it was hair. You know, that was probably the best wig I ever had.
Thumbs up to A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. In a season of many new tuners, this musical comedy with a body count is the toast of Broadway. It's pretty impressive to remember that the show opened back in November and is still knocking them dead, topping nominations for the Tonys, Drama Desk, and Outer Critics Circle Awards. Congratulations, Gentleman's Guide. You're truly a killer show.
Thumbs down to the Tony Award nominators. Yes, I said it. You finally opened up the Best Musical race to 5 nominees, and then you went out of your way to only nominate 4 shows. I'm sorry, but did you somehow forget about If Then, Bullets Over Broadway, Rocky, Big Fish, First Date, and especially The Bridges of Madison County? Meanwhile, in a year of so-so new plays, you happily fill up that list with 5 nominees. What are we going to do with you?
Hi, I'm Patti Murin, and you are watching the Broadway.com show.
Our tweet of the week comes from Book of Mormon star Ben Platt, who was inspired by one special little kid's adorable obsession with a certain Disney blockbuster. Ben tweeted, "At today's Frozen sing-along, among the hundreds of little girls, Matt F. Doyle and I spotted one little boy in his Elsa dress. We adore him." All of us here at the Broadway.com office also adore that little boy, and of course, you too, Ben. Don't forget to catch Ben's solo concert at 54 Below this summer, and you can follow the star at Ben S. Platt.
The Manhattan Theatre Club's production of Tony winner Harvey Fierstein's new play, Casa Valentina, opened on Broadway at the Samuel J. Friedman Theatre April the 23rd. To welcome the newest residents to 47th Street, cast members of the nearby After Midnight posed for this picture with Firestein. If only the guests of Casa Valentina had received such a warm reception in the Catskills.
Our star of the week is God. No, not Sondheim, the one in the good book. And by good book, I mean The Last Testament, a memoir of God by former Daily Show head writer and producer David Javerbaum. You see, God will make his Broadway debut in 2015. And we're so excited to learn more about this multi-talented deity's pivotal role in world events that we've named him our star of the week. Hey God, we can't wait for Judgment Day, or as we like to call it, opening night.
It's time for this week's Broadway Smackdown. Last week we asked you whether the song-filled Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill, starring 5-time Tony winner Audra McDonald, should be considered a play or a musical at this year's Tony Awards. The results are in, and 75% of voters thought the new production should be considered a play, versus only 25% who thought it should be a musical. Well guys, you're in luck. The Tony Committee ruled that Lady Day is indeed a play. For this week's Smackdown, we're dragging your attention away from the Tony Awards for a second to talk about some very important news. Fox is airing a live broadcast of Grease right on the coattails of NBC's planned live broadcast of Peter Pan in December 2014. Is this a trend? This sounds like a trend. So guys, before TV musical mania starts, we want to know, are you hopelessly devoted to Grease, or are you more excited to fly to Never Never Land with Peter Pan? Tweet your vote to Broadway.com with the hashtag #BWaySmackdown, and tune in next week to find out the winner.
Thanks for watching the Broadway.com show. We leave you with our exclusive footage of Jason Robert Brown playing his gorgeous Tony-nominated score for The Bridges of Madison County. See you next week.
It all fades away, it all fades away, it all fades away. But you